Hi, beautiful beings. Welcome to our weekly uplift from the universe. And so excited that you guys are here. Today, we're going to be talking about how to be your own safe space. Okay? So how many of you guys in your world walk through your world and don't feel safe? Meaning you feel anxious, you feel fearful, you feel worried. Those are all indicators that you're not actually being a safe space for you. And that's also an indicator that you have allocated your ability to receive safety and be safe to outside circumstances. Meaning that if something outside of you falls apart, then you suffer from the anxiety. You get affected by those outside circumstances because you put energy into them. So let me explain that further, just so you guys can get a clear sense of what this is, how not to do it, and then how to embody your own safe space for you. So when you look at outside circumstances, like, what happens if you lose your job, right? If you have energy in that, if you have worry and fear and doubt and you're scared about it, and then you're scared that if that happens you're going to lose your house, and then if you lose your house then you're not going to be able to eat, if you're not going to be able to eat then you're not going to be able to live, and right, so all of those things are really making you quite dependent on those outside circumstances. So what if you could create a life that was not dependent on outside circumstances, both internally and energetically, but also physically and in reality? Meaning that you have, saved 10% of everything that's come into your life for so long that you're really sitting with a nest egg that allows you to not work for a year or 6 months, and so you're good. There's no worry about losing your job because you have plenty of time to find a new one. So that would be an example of taking those outside circumstances that bring you into worry, fear, and anxiety and taking away their power. Now, internally, it's the same, but a little bit of a different story. So what if all we ever needed was ourselves? And even deeper into that, the source energy that we truly are, the love that we truly are. So what if you are your own answer, your own energetic solution to any worry, any fear, or any anxiety? And what if all you ever needed truly was your divine connection to source and your ability to receive from source? Now, in doing this work for the last 20 years, 138 different countries of beautiful people coming to us, over 250,000 people, here's an incredible question that can really shift your world. So when you're working with your little one and she's feeling scared or anxious or full of anxiety, you can help her feel those things and then ask her, hey, if I was loving you with all the love that I am, would that be enough for you to let this go? And when you really feel into it, these parts of your consciousness that are in worry, fear, anxiety, not feeling safe, all they ever needed, that's right, was your love. So you find that little one goes, yeah, actually, if you're just loving me, I'm good. So the part of your consciousness that was in anxiety, worry, and fear no longer has to live in that worry, anxiety, and fear. It can feel loved, and it can know that love is the answer for you. So what you get to do is you get to choose to love yourself even more and 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 even more, and make yourself internally, a safe space for your little one to be nurtured and loved. And really feel safe to blossom, right? Because the little ones that don't feel safe, they won't open up, they won't allow themselves to fully express, they can't play, they can't be joyful, right? So we want to keep nurturing that little one with all of our presence and love and attention, and have conversations with that little one like, when you look at, let's say, how many of you guys get a little anxiety whenever you go in public, and especially if it's a community or something, maybe it's a new community or a new date, right? So you start feeling anxious. Well, why do you start feeling anxious? Well, that little one has fear about what you're potentially going to do at that party or on that date, right? So where you are not being safe for you, that little one has the fear, the anxiety, and the worry. And that's another example of outside circumstances being more important than the love that you are for you. So meaning that, let's say you have a system where you don't love yourself fully and you care if people like you. Well, every time you go into a community or every time you go on a date, your little one's going, oh my God, I hope they like me. Oh, but I don't think they're going to like me. Am I going to do the right thing? Is she going to judge me again? Am I going to do the wrong thing? Right? So all of that escalates then anxiety, right? So, and that would be an example of taking the love that you are, and instead of having your love and the love of source be the answer, making it about something outside of you. So whenever we do that, whenever we put us outside of us, it creates a not safe environment for us. So it's a bit of a three-part piece here, right? You get to be there for your little one, love your little one unconditionally, right? Really show up for them. And when you feel that sense of they're getting worried or anxiety or fear, wait, hold on. What do you need from me right now? And the little one will probably go, I need you to not judge me. Or I need you to tell me everything's going to be okay. Or I need you to really show up for me. I feel like you're going to run off and get lost with a new guy and you're never going to pay attention to me anymore, right? So these parts of your consciousness are trying to communicate with you and let you know what would be safe for them. So for me, in moving into facilitation, right, my little one was like, I am so scared because every time you go on that stage and every time you connect and you teach people, you judge yourself after. And it makes me really nervous. It makes me anxiety ridden and I don't want to teach, right? So I learned very early on that I needed to be a safe space for myself, right? I needed to show up, not judge me, really show up for me and really encourage me without any form of judgment or criticism. So that's what I did. I made facilitation a safe space with no judgment, and then eventually made my whole life a safe space without judgment, right? So now that allows my little one to show up anytime, facilitate anyone, and this little part of me is never scared that I'm going to leave her. I'm going to abandon her. I'm going to judge her. I'm going to tell her she didn't do a good enough job. Does that make sense? So internally, we want to create that safe space. And again, we want the love that we are to be the answer, right? The energetic answer. Hey, if I was loving you with all the love I am, would that be enough? You're going to find out, that is enough. That's enough for the little one. That's enough for you. And you guys get to apply that love so that you can live in that safe space. And do not put you outside of you. Okay, outside circumstances really shouldn't mean anything to you energetically, right? You are here, you're receiving the love that you are the love that you are, you're full and overflowing. Outside circumstances are icing on an already iced cake. They don't actually mean anything. So how do you also create your life where outside circumstances actually don't mean anything, so that you can live in this love, in this freedom, and in this safety? Okay, so will you now promise for you to be a safe space for you? Yeah, okay. Go ahead and say I and state your name. Now promise to myself to be a safe space for me. I promise to love me. I promise to not judge me. I promise to nurture and encourage me. And I promise to be empowered to know that the love that I am, that is the I am, is more than enough for me. Therefore, I am not invested in outside circumstances. I'm already full and overflowing, right? And you can feel how safe this is, right? Because outside circumstances, you can't control. So it makes your life feel like a roller coaster. But when you give yourself everything energetically, the roller coaster can be happening, but you're not on it. All right, beauties, I hope you got some insights on how to create you as the greatest safe space for you today. Thank you, everyone. Love you. Mwah, mwah. See you next time.